Hi guys, welcome back to Just an Ordinary Girl. So you're probably thinking, wow, what is going on here? Looks like a lot of baking. And you've guessed it right, but you probably already saw the title and that you see that tomorrow is my anniversary. So I thought, why don't I make some sort of anniversary cookie / sheet cake? So I guess that's what we're going to do, and this is what how we're going to get started here. So first things you're going to need are the ingredients. 2/3 cup of light brown sugar firmly packed, 2/3 cup of granulated sugar, 3/4 cup of applesauce. We're going to use 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract, 1 teaspoon of vinegar. We're using the apple cider, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 large energy egg replacer for the egg, and 2 cups of flour. We're using 1 cup white all-purpose and 1 cup King Arthur the whole white wheat flour. And we're not going to use chocolate chips, but we're going to use Carob, which is here. And we're going to put in there walnuts, and we're also going to put in 1 box of vanilla cook and serve pudding. So let's get this recipe started. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to take your brown sugar, dump it in. Then we're going to do the 2 white sugars. Dump that in. Then we have here the apple cider vinegar. And put that in. And we have vanilla and almond extract. I'm going to dump that in. We're going to use 1 whole applesauce and then 1/4 cup of applesauce. So that'll be your butter. And then we're going to add in our salt and our baking soda. And you're going to put all that in there. And then you're going to get your mixer and we're going to beat this. We're just going to beat this until everything gets smooth. Okay, now that looks good. Now we're going to take our egg replacer egg, which is right here. Put that in. A little spatula to get that out. Show you what that box looks like if you've never seen it before. You can find these at your Whole Foods places, or you can even buy it online. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in the vanilla pudding. This is the cook and serve kind. You can use instant if you have instant. Let's beat this up a little bit. Just to incorporate it. Okay, next you're going to have your flours. Here's half of white and half the wheat. Dump this in. And you know what else we're going to put in there? We're going to go ahead and put in our carob powder. And I didn't measure this out, but I will now, because I wasn't quite sure how much I wanted to use. So we'll start with a half a tablespoon, a heaping half a tablespoon there. Give it a little mix. Okay, see it? Now I think I want it a little bit darker. So we're going to add another half a teaspoon of heaping carob. So that's 1 whole teaspoon heaping. And just mix this to incorporate it. Nice and chocolatey. Alrighty, and we'll scrape this down. I'm going to add in the walnuts. If you want, you can leave the walnuts out, depending if you're allergic. But if you're not allergic to them, add them in there. That'll taste good. I'm going to start here with a half a cup of walnuts, chopped walnuts, and we'll see. And just stir it in. What this looks like. Okay guys, so I got this here baking sheet at Walmart. If you've seen it in my previous video, I got it a couple of days ago, and I thought, why not try it instead of parchment paper? And so this recipe, potentially you could make cookies, little cookies out of it, or you could make a big cookie. So I thought I'd make a big sheet of it. So anyhow, here's the mix, and now what we're going to do is just going to lay it in there. Pizza pan, so it'll be round. It's basically a message cookie, but I'm making ours like a sheet cake type cookie. So this is really a little tough, but you just spread it like this. See how I'm doing that? Hi guys, so I'm back and I wanted to show you this. So what I did was I took the bacon mat that the cookie was on and I went ahead, flipped it over onto a tray that I have with parchment paper. And I'm going to peel this off. Gets a little stuck here. Look at this. So now basically we got a nice flat surface. This here will wash off real easily. And we got a nice flat surface that we can go ahead and put some icing on it. Okay, now what I want to do is normally I would leave it like this, but since I'm not icing the whole entire cookie, I'm going to go ahead and flip it back over to the top. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw on a few roses right here. Because my husband doesn't like that much icing, so I went ahead and made up a buttercream icing, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just making a quick peanut butter carob icing. This is just the PB2, which comes in a powdered form. It's just peanut butter with extracted oils, and then I put in there some a little bit of confection sugar. Now all we have to do is just add a little bit of water and a little bit of carob. Okay, so I added the water and the carob, and then you just stir it until you can get yourself a nice icing. If it gets too clumpy, then you want to add a little bit of water. You can actually see how I made this icing. It's up on my channel on the video where I show you how to make a carob chocolate cake. So if you go back and scroll back through my videos, you'll see how I made this icing. Okay, so I added the water and just stir it until I get like a nice chocolate. It's a carob icing. It's really nice. Okay guys, so let's just go ahead and start. We're going to put a little icing on this. We're not going to go too crazy. But so I have a pastry bag, and it's got this little head on it. Almost looks like a little star. And then you just put the icing down in. Hopefully you're going to be able to see this. And then you squeeze it down like that and give it a twist. Now we're going to go ahead and do the outside. These are little shells, sort of. I used to love to do this. I don't usually decorate much anymore because we don't eat all the different flavors of icing that there is out there. Being a vegan kind of stops us from eating all that stuff. But it doesn't have to. We just try to stay away from oil as much as possible. And a lot of the icings, of course, there's a lot of oil in them. Like butter and whatever. Like tonight, now I made the butter cream, but I used vegan margarine and powdered sugar. So, please excuse the TV in the background. That's not really a TV, that's a YouTube video. A live one that my partner's watching. So there we go. Now we just got one more side to do a little border around. I hope I have enough icing made for it, but we will try to squeeze out as much as we can. If I have to make more, it's no big deal. Okay, looks like I only have about 2 more little section to go there. Running low. I underestimated. I don't have any food coloring. I was so upset. I was like, oh man, I want to make roses with the green leaves, but I didn't have any food coloring, so we're just going to make this like a black and white cookie. Okay, so there's the border. See? Little shells. And then we're going to go ahead and go around and make some white roses. So here's my buttercream icing and my little nail, and then you just basically squeeze it on like this, and then you just go. We took a very quick video, and this icing's still a little bit soft, but I don't know if I'll put that up because it's falling over just like this one is. And then here's a little spatula. I'm going to slide this off like that. And we'll just make a couple of those. These are the little teeny tiny white roses. See? That's all you do for that. Kind of like that. And if I had green leaves, of course, those would go there. But I think I'll make some more icing and we'll do chocolate leaves. The roses don't have to be big either. They can be tiny. Like that. And then we'll put some more little leaves, little roses, I mean. They're a little different. Oh well. It's been a long time since I've decorated anything. But I thought it would be a fun little video just for you guys to see. Whew. There we go. Go, just a few little rose buds. And I guess we'll make one to match that one. Ooh. The best vegan icing, I think, and I never made it yet, is if you use what is it called? Gotta think of the name of it. Crisco. It's like that's vegan actually. And then you just use that. Okay, so let me show you this. So I have those type. See how that looks on that side? And then on this side I made them a little different, more spaced out. Okay, and then I'm going to whip up some chocolate, more chocolate, and we're going to go ahead and make some chocolate leaves. Okay, now I went ahead and made a little more chocolate, and I'm going to use this tip. This here tip makes a leaf. See when I squeeze? That'll be our leaf. So this is all you do for a leaf. You just bring it up, start at the base of the little rose and bring it up. Like that. Normally these would be green, like I said earlier. But since I ran out of food coloring, we're going to make them all white and chocolate. Let me set me down. Okay. You can still see nicely. I like to use 2 hands for a guide. And now we'll do this side. There we go. Leaves everywhere. Yeah. There we go. Okay, now we're just going to write on it, happy anniversary. I'm a lefty. I think icing cakes and baking and things like that is really relaxing. Yeah. Just do it like that. You have to kind of keep a steady pressure. Okay, here we go. A-N-N-I-V-E-R. S-Y. There we go. Okay, guys, here we are. I think I'll put a little bit of this going around the outside edge. Just a little bit to give it some looks. Just to make it cute. This icing's getting tough in here. It's weird that it gets tough, but as it, as it sits in your hands, it melts. And a little bit here. Oop. Okay. All right, I think that's enough. Well, guys, hopefully you liked this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. And try this recipe. It looks and smells delicious. Okay, guys, I had to come back and show you this. It's embarrassing but funny. So when I was making the word anniversary, I forgot the A and the R. So what I did was I just took my little knife like this and I just sort of scraped off the Y, and then I added the AR and then put the Y on it. So now it spells happy anniversary. Okay, Just thought I'd add that in there. It's funny.